Hi, this is David, founder of Pure Juicer. Day 7, Seattle lockdown during the coronavirus. Today, we're gonna make ginger shots. Um, I've been juicing a lot lately. In fact, I've been juicing more than I ever have. I wanna stay well, I wanna be healthy for my family. I wanna be able to be there for anybody who needs me to be of service. And I don't want to get sick. I'm 62 years old, and it's really important to me to maintain my health, and I have just been loving juicing. So let's get started. Let me show you what we're going to do today. So we're going to make ginger shots, which we're going to pour into an ice cube tray. There's fancier ways to do it, but I have ice cube trays. So we have 500 grams of ginger, some lemon and lime. I'd like to point out that how they're sliced. I've sliced them in 2 directions. This extracts the most juice possible out of our lemons and limes. I also have some ginger, never juiced ginger. This actually will be an interesting kick. And then we have jalapeno as well. I'll freeze the ice cubes, and then I will add 1 or 2 to all of my juices. The thing that I'm really curious about today, ginger and some of the other stringy produce is actually difficult to juice because it tends to clog our grids. We're going to use Pure's largest grid, the number 12 grid, and my goal is to see how few times I can clean it. And what my idea is that if I pre-chop the ginger so that it can't make long strings, that it should clog the grid less. So let's just go ahead and get busy. So first thing we're gonna do is we'll chop our ginger up. Normally, I am not a pre-chopper. That's one of the beauties of the Pure, is that pre-chopping is not necessary and that you can just put everything in the feed tube. In this case, as I said, I'm curious if by shortening the fiber length, I can make it so that it's better for the grid. Boy, smell that ginger. I got some really nice ginger at the fruit stand. So, all right, so we have our ginger. I'd say that's pressed finely enough. And the first thing that we're gonna do is we'll get started by squeezing our lemons and our limes, which, as I said, I've pre-sliced. So let's just drop these into a press bag. I find that the press bags are the best way to do lemons and limes. I love them because they just contain them so well. And you can control the produce. So we're going up at full speed. When we make juice, we will slow the press down, which is also called feathering the press. Done. Now I'm going to drop the press part way, and I'm going to do a refold because this actually doubles the amount of pressure on our produce and will extract the greatest amount of juice. So next thing I'm going to do is let's put some ginger in. And now let's put our garlic and our jalapeno in. Check out the green jalapeno. Oh, now there's the smell. Okay. going to come around to this side of the juicer because I'd like to show you a grid cleaning trick that you can do as you're juicing. If you take your grid and you pull it in and out, this, I call it knifing off. It knifes off the produce on the grid. You can see we're here, produce is falling down. Let's take a quick look at our grid. So this is really interesting. With this finely chopped ginger, we're not clogging. So let's just continue on. So I don't need to clean the grid, but I'd like to demonstrate this technique again, if I can. Wow. Nope, I've got a clogged grid. I hate that. There, popped right out. That was nice. All right. So the way to clean a grid just like this. So, as you can see, it's really quite easy to clean off a grid. And let's finish grinding our ginger. We'll put this back in. Okay, so let's demonstrate knifing off the grid again. So we knifed off the grid. We'll turn the machine off for a moment. And I'm cleaning out the back corners of the feed tube. And I'm seeing if any additional pulp will fall through. Let's clean the grid one more time. It's really good to know how to do this. You can take a knife. Be careful not to cut your fingers, obviously. And, okay, let's pick up some pulp. And I guess we are ready. I will come back around. Take this. We need a press cloth. In fact, we're going to need a couple of press cloths. You can put about 1.5 cups maximum in each pulp pack. As I'm looking at this, I'm thinking there's probably 3 press cloths worth. Let's take our measuring cup and there's a loose pulp and a half. Actually, we're going to be able to do this in 2, so let's just do it in 2 and call it good. Okay, so we have this very beautiful, oh, does that smell so good. Okay, we're going to do our tic-tac-toe fold. Really important to learn to make these tight, just like that. And while we're here, you know, these feel a little damp. We might press these a little bit more later on. So let's go back to pressing. Slow the press down when it makes juice. There we go. And I like getting all the folds inside the area of the pulp pack while I'm doing this. The other thing that I'd like to do is, we've got some juice in our juicing setup here in our picky sheet. Pour that in. Look at that beautiful jalapeno green. I'm going to add these back on top and see if we can get a little more citrus juice out. Not a whole lot. Right. Well, moment of truth, right? Actually, before we do the moment of truth, we have 600 milliliters of juice, 1,000 grams of ginger, pre-chopped and put in 2 limes, 1 lemon, 600 milliliters. Probably could have gotten a slightly higher yield out of the ginger, but I wanted to see if it was easier to run through the grid, and I would say I was 100% successful at reducing grid clogging. So that worked really, really well. Cheers. That's really delicious. Spicy. Okay. So now for the final quirk, what we will do So we like to run the press till the stream breaks. The stream is almost broken. I'm gonna have slightly too much, so I have no choice but to pour myself another shot. Stream is broken. Let's turn the pure off, and let's take a look at what we've got. Yeah, I just love these bags for doing citrus. As you can see, it's really quite dry and pressed out. You see, and we got all of the pith went into the juice. And now here is our pulp. Doesn't even have that much of a smell. There is a faint ginger garlic smell to it. But it's really worth noting that this was 1,000 grams of ginger. So I could put it on the scale, but I'll put it on the scale and I'll tell you. Okay, so this weighs 100 grams. So we extracted 900 grams from the ginger, and this is what's left over. So this will go into my freezer for ginger shots. I'm gonna continue on and make some carrot juice. And thank you for watching me make juice. We made ginger shots, and we tested a new chopping technique where we pre-chopped our ginger so that it would reduce the clogging of our grids, and it was entirely successful. So this is a really good trick, and I will start to talk about it in my videos. Thank you all, and have a great evening.